T-Boys TV back again with another Premier League predictions episode 33. Got to be a little bit fairly quiet because I said it's asleep again, but I'll move the mic a little bit closer. Sound should be all good anyway. But obviously we'll be reviewing the games and then we'll be previewing the games and looking through the table. You know how it is by now. And obviously it's the first time I've done it by myself in a good couple of weeks, so it's gonna be interesting. But there we go. Wolf says Sue, and Daniel says big up yourself. Max says big up T. What a win today! Absolutely. Watching Eurovision, so I'll put my predictions in on here. No worries. Congrats Liverpool. Thank you very much. Spaceman to the Eurovision win. Yeah, a lot of people go on about it. I've never actually watched it. I don't really know how it works. If anyone could tell me, that'd be lit. Is it like a singing thing or something? I don't understand. But there you go. But like I said, so there's some midweek games that we're going to talk about, and then obviously go through the table, go through the points as well, and then predict the games. So let's get on with it. So the first game, obviously I've got Lewis on for the channel for a preview. Obviously Villa fan, and obviously we've done a watch along together as well. Good watch along. Probably do a lot more of them with different other people as well as Lewis next season. But yeah, obviously it finished 2-1 to Liverpool. Now I already know what Lewis will say in the chat. Referee was poor, we all know he was, but I understand why he's frustrated. Obviously from a Villa perspective, like usually I can say the ref was poor for both teams, but he was really bad for Villa. He weren't even bad for Liverpool, if I'm being honest. But obviously Villa got the opening goal in the first 3 minutes. Diaz, at first I thought what's his face? Alisson could have done better. I'm not going to lie. He parried it out and then it went to him and he finished the rebound. And then shortly after, 3 minutes later, Joel Matip gets a good goal. Very similar to their goal in the way. So Martinez has saved the Van Dijk shot and then it's went to Matip and he's made it 1-1. And then Liverpool had a chance late on in the first half as well. Mane put it just wide, very unlucky opportunity. I thought it was in, obviously on the watch along, as you could tell by my reaction. And then Liverpool unfortunately had to do that early sub as well, which was obviously Fabinho had to come off, Henderson had to come on. Obviously Fabinho was not available in the game today. I think he might potentially be back for the Champions League final, but we have to wait and see. But yeah, obviously that was a massive blow. And then going into the second half, obviously, Villa had a few chances, but we took one of our chances in the second half. And Sadio Mane, great header, brilliant ball in by Diaz as well. And Mane scores another winner at Villa Park. He's done that before, and he's done it again. And Liverpool get a very massive win. Obviously, for my predictions, I said a 1-0 to Liverpool. So, I was close in the way. It'd be a 1-goal margin win. I knew it wouldn't be a thrashing. Villa are a good side. They've got good players. It's always a difficult place to go, especially under the lights. So it was good that Liverpool got the win there. But it was one of them. And obviously my man of the match, I gave it to Mane. So But Max says singing contest. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. It was good. Fuck the ref though. Is Salah done? He came off earlier. I don't think it's as bad as what people seem to think it is. I think he'll probably be back for the final, but we have to wait and see. But there's that game spoken about. Moving on to the next game, Chelsea with a very emphatic win over Leeds United. Leeds United are poor. For my predictions, due to Chelsea's very weird form, I said a narrow 2-1 victory for them. I thought the likes of Werner would exploit them, but he didn't even start the game, Werner, for Chelsea. And did he come on? No, he didn't even come on in that game. But obviously, Chelsea got a very early goal. Mason Mount in the 4th minute, very good finish into the top right corner. Very good strike it was. And then Leeds get back-to-back red cards. Dan James, clear red card, clear as day. And, you could say that was a turning point here again, with Leeds definitely losing this game. Obviously, it remained 1-0 at half-time. And then going into the second half, obviously Pulisic got a goal. Very good finish that was. Just drilled it. And then obviously, Lukaku getting a goal took him a while to actually, get the shot on, but he did eventually. And like I said, from the moment Leeds got the red card, you knew they were definitely going to lose, in my opinion. So yeah, much needed, win for Chelsea, especially with pressure teams below them are starting to put on them. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say about that. And Leeds, they're in problems. They're in serious problems. But Daniel says Leeds away next season should be good. Yeah, that'll be a good away day. I've heard it is as well. So there you go. But moving on to the next game, which was Leicester 3, Norwich 0. Now, I remember saying, surely if Leicester are going to win a game, this has to be it. Relegated Norwich at home. I said 2-0, so I was very close with this prediction. Obviously, it took Leicester a while to score. Gunn made a double save for Norwich. He had a really good performance, to be fair. He didn't deserve to be on the losing side, in my opinion. But Norwich had a few chances as well in the first half. Pukki at the post. They had a lot of decent opportunities, Norwich. They could have easily took the lead in this game. But yeah, it took Leicester a whole half to score, which just really shows the poor form they've been in, really. Obviously, Jamie Vardy with the goal. A bit of a deflection, but, you'll take it. Leicester haven't got anything to play for except just finishing as high as possible, I suppose, because the higher up you finish, the more money you get. So I suppose they just look at it like that. But yeah, Vardy got a goal, and then he got another goal. And yeah, he got his 150th Premier League goal. So congratulations to him there. And then obviously Maddison got a goal. Calamity at the back by Norwich just sums up their season, really. And that was it. 3-0. But Norwich, like I said, they had the chances really early on, and they could have really done something from this game, but it just wasn't meant to be for them. And Leicester did get that win. Very close on my prediction. I said 2-0. But yeah, Waste says, Wagwan, big up yourself, big up yourself. But moving on to the next game. Now, I'm not going to talk about this game too much. Two teams I don't like, obviously. 0-0 draw. Now, all I'm going to say about this game is Everton will be very disappointed, because if they won this, they'd have pretty much been sound. But now, it's just a poor result for them against a relegated Watford side. Watford, I think they have the worst or second worst record at home this season. And, your 0-0 draw is just not good enough. It's not good enough at all. And if I'm being honest, Watford were probably the better side. I'm not even taking a mick either. But yeah, it was absolutely awful from Everton. In a way, I do feel sorry for their travelling fans. And whatever team you are, fair play for that. Travelling that much on a midweek game, that far, it's about 3-4 hours. Fair play to them in that aspect, but just not good enough by the Everton players on that pitch, like I said. So, it's one of them, really. It's one of them. But, away you are now unblocked. So there you go. But, that's all I'm really going to say about that game. Yeah, moving on to the next game. De Bruyne having the time of his life. Wolves been very poor at home recently. Obviously, they took a very heavy defeat to Brighton 3-0, and now they just lost 5-1. Yeah, I'll do that now, Waste. I'll do that now, mate. There you go. There you go. You're now a mod. But yeah, 5-1 to Manchester City. And I'm not going to talk about the game for too long. I'm just going to say De Bruyne had the time of his life. He could have got 5. And yeah, it's just rampant. You know, people started to believe after the City first goal when Dendoncker got the equaliser. But after that, Wolves just decided to have a calamity at the back. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolute calamity at the back. Yeah, it was absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking from their perspective. You know, apparently a lot of people were saying Wolves could get something out of this. I understand what some people are saying in a way. You know, Wolves can be good at home, but the way they've been this season, well, not even the season as a whole, just recently, they haven't been good enough. I said 3-1 City, so I was sort of close. But yeah, De Bruyne just had the time of his life. What a way to get a hat-trick it was as well. You know, and he got 4. He could have got 5, like I said. It could have been a lot more. And yeah, Wolves were terrible. Absolutely terrible. But yeah, there you go. You're now modern that one as well. But yeah, so that's all I'm really going to say about that game. Moving on to the next game. Now, the last game we're obviously talking about during these rescheduled midweek fixtures. Arsenal, North London derby. Well, shall I say Tottenham took on Arsenal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And Arsenal's poor record away in this derby continues. A very poor game from their perspective as well. Obviously, penalty, you know, clear penalty. Harry Kane took it very well. And yeah, very good penalty. And then Rob Holding obviously got yellow, then got another yellow. Very stupid there. What he done on Son. What are you doing? And he's actually been all right recently before that, surprisingly. Ever since he got his hairline fixed, he's actually been all right. But ever since, you know, the other day, I don't know what the hell he was doing. And from that moment in, I had the feeling Arsenal were going to get pumped. You know, when Kane and Son are on form like they are, you're going to get pumped most of the time when you're down to 10 men. And yeah, Tottenham just took advantage of that. Kane getting a goal from a corner. Poor marking by Nketiah, even though for me, he shouldn't really be the one marking Kane. You know, Nketiah's a striker. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what happened there from an Arsenal perspective. And then obviously Son got a goal, and you know they just battered Arsenal, simply battered them. And yeah, Arsenal had one chance at the end. I think it's Smith Rowe, straight at Lloris, easy enough for him, but just absolutely poor from Arsenal. It really was. They still are a point ahead. But Tottenham, I would say, have the favourable fixtures, but I still believe, I'm not going to lie, I still believe Arsenal will get top 4. I do. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, just absolutely poor from Arsenal. Let's go through some comments. This one was a big shock. It is a derby, but big shock. Absolutely. My prediction, I said 1-1. I said both teams have got players that can punish, and they did, but it's just the red card situation. You know, I knew Arsenal weren't going to win. You know, they have such a poor record at Tottenham. I just thought it'd be a draw. I don't like Arteta football. I don't like Ragnick's. Well, there you go. But yeah, that is all the games reviewed. And now, obviously, we'll get into the table as it stands. So the Premier League table as it stands is as follows. Let me just get it up. So when it wants to actually load at some point, yeah, just go straight to the bottom, mate. Yeah, nice, because that's what I did, didn't I? So obviously City. Let me try and remove this advert. Don't need this crap. Right, there we go. So Man City top, still obviously 3 points clear. Liverpool second. Obviously Man City have a better goal difference as well. Chelsea third. Arsenal still fourth. Like I said, Tottenham are a point behind Arsenal. Manchester United in 6th. West Ham 7th. Wolves 8th. Brighton 9th. Leicester 10th. Palace 11th. Villa 12th. Brentford 13th. Newcastle 14th. Southampton 15th. Everton 16th. So they're above Burnley, who is in 17th. And then the bottom 3 is Leeds, Watford, and Norwich. Obviously, Norwich and Watford already down. So there you go with that one. But yeah, that's that for now. So yeah, we're gonna get into the predictions for the. Oh no, we go through the scores actually. Sorry. So we'll go through the scores as follows. So as it stands, I'm still top, 173 points. I didn't get any 3 points. I just got a load of 1 points. Brad's on 141. Alex is on 150. He's hit that 150 mark. Max is on 142. Liam's on 164. Liam is in second. Perry's on 137. Daniel is third. So very impressive for him since he's come in. Lewis is on 119. Hayden's on 81. Robbie's on 84. And Harry is on 69. Bunter is coming. I don't know what you lot are going to do. But can't wait for Europa. So excited. Fair enough. Raheem Sterling, he's top of the league. Oh, dear. But yeah, we'll get into the predictions for the games coming up. So we'll get into that. Obviously, I've done my predictions before, like I've started doing. And yeah, we can calculate what the table would look like as well with the predictions I've gone in with. So the first game we're looking at, just get the thing up. There you go. Is fucking hell. Just take my knee off the thing. It's Tottenham versus Burnley. 12 o'clock kickoff in the UK tomorrow. Nah, it's because my set has a sleep, mate. I've got to be a little bit quiet. But yeah, Tottenham taking on Burnley. At Tottenham, Burnley, obviously they are trying to stay up. I believe they will stay up, like I keep saying. I think Leeds will be the other side that goes down. Difficult with the way Tottenham have been to really bet against them, if I'm being totally honest. I've gone with a pretty convincing win for Tottenham, actually. I've gone with a 3-0. 3-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. I think they're just going to play them out of the park. I really do. So that is my prediction for that game. I'll probably put that on before I do a watch along to West Ham versus Man City. My mind just went blank. Wade says 3-0 Tottenham. Can't see Burnley getting anything. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the next game, Aston Villa taking on Crystal Palace. Now, it's a difficult one because neither side playing for much other than, just trying to finish as high as possible for, getting more money. Aston Villa, obviously the ref was poor, but they were playing Liverpool, so you can sort of take that as a free hit in a way. Taking on Crystal Palace, who have been very good throughout the season. So it's a difficult one. The way I've seen this game going, I think it's going to be a draw, and I've gone with a 1-1. I think both teams are going to be left disappointed. So yeah, there you go. That's my prediction for that. Oasis has gone 2-1 Palace. Fair enough. But yeah, the next game, Watford taking on Leicester. Obviously, Watford already down. Got a draw to Everton. Like I said, poor from an Everton perspective. If you're an Everton fan, that's a game you look at and should really think you win. And that's because Watford already down. They've got a terrible home record, and that would have confirmed it for Everton. But anyway, Watford got a draw there, and like I said, they're probably the better side. I'm not going to lie. Taking on Leicester, who obviously got that emphatic win over Norwich. It took them a while, but they eventually done the business. As for this one, I do see Watford scoring in this one. but I do see Leicester winning the game. I think it's going to be a tight game. I've gone with a 2-1 victory to Leicester. So that's my prediction for that. Next game, Leeds versus Brighton. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I said, "No, Man U Chelsea's already been done, mate," and it was 1-1. But anyway, Leeds versus Brighton. Now, I said out of Leeds' remaining games, this is a game I think they can win. But with the way Brighton have been recently, I have to change that up. I do think they're going to get a positive result here, shall I say. But I don't think they'll win the game. I think it's going to be a 4-goal thriller, as they call it, a Desmond. I reckon it's going to be Leeds United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. So there you go. There you go with that. But yeah, I'll get in your predictions in a bit, Max. But yeah, 2-2. I reckon it'll be there. Moving on to the next game. Obviously, the game I'm doing a watch along too. West Ham taking on Manchester City. Now, last time these two sides played at West Ham, obviously it was a 0-0, and then West Ham won on penalties. As for this game, how do I see it going? Can Manchester City drop points? Can they finally drop points here? And it will really help Liverpool if they did, obviously. West Ham, their main priority would have been Europe. But obviously now they're in just the league, trying to finish above United, really, to get the Europa League again. I actually think West Ham will do it here. I do. I think this is where Manchester City will drop more points. I think out their 2 remaining games, this is a tougher game because it's away from home. Villa will be tough, especially if they play how they did in the second half of Villa Park, but also it's at the Etihad, the last game. But I do think Man City will drop points here. I do. I really do. I think it's going to be West Ham United 1, Manchester City 1. So that's my prediction for that. Moving on to the next game. Wolverhampton Wanderers taking on Norwich. I'm just trying to go to my predictions. Wolverhampton Wanderers obviously been poor recently. A heavy defeat to Manchester City. At home, the heavy defeat to Brighton. But no disrespect to Norwich. This is Norwich. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're awful. But Wolves have not been great. So I cannot see it being a very convincing win for Wolves. I'm not going to lie. I'm only going with a 1-0 victory to Wolverhampton Wanderers. So there you go with that. But moving on to the 4:30 kickoff tomorrow, UK time. Everton taking on Brentford. Now, the last time these two sides met at Everton was obviously in the FA Cup earlier on in the season. Everton winning 4-1, I think it was in the end. Very convincing win, anyway. Taking on Brentford. Now, obviously, I believe, because they didn't beat Watford, I think if they win this game, they're more than likely safe. Let's just have a quick look at that. 8, 9, 5. Yeah, they're basically safe if they win this game. Do I think they'll win this game? Brentford have been on decent form. Obviously, had a decent season as a whole, especially for their first ever season in the Premier League. How do I see this one going? Now, this is one of my so-called shocks of the weekend, and the reason I say that is because how emphatic I've said the win is going to be, in my opinion. I have went for an Everton 3, Brentford 1. I think it's going to be another high-scoring game between these two sides, and I think Everton will confirm it. They're at home as well. Their atmosphere can be good, as much as I don't like to admit it. It can be good. It can be on job, and I think it will. So 3-1 to Everton is my prediction for this game. James won't like that, Tyler. I know he won't like that, but that's just how I see it, unfortunately. But yeah, moving on to the next game. Monday night, obviously, if Luton weren't playing, maybe do a watch along to this. Not for definite, but potentially. Newcastle United taking on Arsenal. Now, obviously, Newcastle took that heavy defeat to Manchester City. It was away at the Etihad. And before that, he narrowly lost to Liverpool, but they weren't good enough. Liverpool should have scored a lot more. Newcastle, they should have, would have thought they'd took that as a free hit and actually just tried to go at Liverpool, but they didn't. But yeah, obviously this game taking on Arsenal, obviously we'll want to confirm that fourth place, maybe even third, but I don't think they will get third. I think that's Chelsea's. They need to win this. Otherwise, if Tottenham win and they don't get a result here, then obviously Tottenham will go above them. And do I think Arsenal will win here? It's a tough place to go. Most of the time, Wolf, most of the time. It's a tough place to go, St James's Park. We know that. But I do actually think Arsenal will get the win here. I think it'll be a tight, narrow game. But I do back Arsenal to win this. I've got Newcastle United 1, Arsenal 2. So that is my prediction for that. And then obviously a game on Tuesday. Southampton at St Mary's. Southampton taking on Liverpool. Southampton haven't been great recently, especially at home. Taking on Liverpool, who obviously just won the FA Cup today. So that's 2 out of potentially 4 trophies this season. The quadruple race is still on for Liverpool. Southampton, like I said, they've been really poor. But I'll just name a lineup I would do quickly. I won't get it up and all that because it's no point. I might as well just say it. 4-3-3 like usual. Alisson in goal. Gomez right back. I'd actually give Gomez a go. Shimikas left back. And then the 2 at the back, I would go Virgil van Dijk and Matip, the usual Premier League 2. Give Konate a rest. He was exceptional today, by the way. And then I would go in midfield Henderson, Keita and Thiago. And then I would go Mane on the left, Diaz on the right, and Jota through the middle. Obviously, Salah, we don't know how bad the injury is. I personally think he'll be back before the final. But we have to wait and see. Same with Fabinho. I think he'll be back before the final. So that's a lineup I would go with. As for a score prediction, I do think it's going to be narrow. Even though Southampton haven't been great, I just think it's going to be a narrow game. I remember when Liverpool went there a couple of years ago and lost 1-0. Danny Ings. That was very annoying. No fans, I believe there was at that time at grounds. But I've only gone with a 1-0 to Liverpool. Now, they have got a few of them. And like I said, I think Liverpool rotate a bit. Obviously, after today, give certain players a rest and a break sort of thing. Obviously, they'll be on the bench. But, 1-0 Liverpool, I reckon, for this game. Alfie Lyon says, excited for Monday. Huddersfield fan, big game. Big up yourself. But it's a massive game. It's going to be a very good game to watch as well. Hopefully for both of us. But that's all them games predicted. And now, obviously, there is some other midweek games, double game week. And the first one is big up Manny Bird as well. Good to see you yesterday, mate. Good to get you on the vlog. Anyway, Everton versus Crystal Palace. Everton, obviously, if they don't win against Brentford, which I think they will, obviously, if they don't win, it's not confirmed they're going to stay up. It's going to be a very interesting game here. Palace, I think they're going to get back-to-back 1-1 draws. Palace, obviously, I said they'd draw Villa away. I think they'll draw away here at Everton too. So I've gone with a 1-1 there. Next game is Chelsea taking on Leicester. Now, with Leicester's very poor form, even though Chelsea haven't had an overall great season, surely Chelsea win this. At home, Leicester been a lot worse in recent years. I think so. I've backed Chelsea to win this, and a pretty Might not be a comfortable win, but a pretty nice win. A 2-0 victory to Chelsea. Obviously, they want to cement that third place as well. So I've gone with a win for Chelsea here. So there we go with that one. And then I believe there's one more game to predict. Yes, there is. Villa taking on Burnley. I think that was a while ago on here. Yeah, there it is. So Aston Villa taking on Burnley. Now, obviously, it's at Villa Park. I don't think they'll win their game against Palace. Like I said, I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Burnley, they are in problems, but I do think they'll stay up. I think Leeds will be the team that goes down. As for my prediction here, I'm going to go with a pretty convincing win for Villa here. I think under the lights, I think they'll get a win here. I think they will, especially if they're not getting a win against Palace. I do think they'll get one here. Aston Villa 3, Burnley 1. Now, what do you think is my so-called shock prediction of the week? It's got to be this one because how heavy it is, in my opinion, or Everton Brentford with how heavy that one is. Or if there's any others, let me know. But that is all the predictions. Let's calculate what the table would look like. So City would obviously still be a point ahead, unfortunately. But it'd come down to the last game, basically, which would be mental. Obviously, they still have a better goal as well. Chelsea would be in third. Arsenal would keep that fourth for now. It'd be crazy if this was the case because a lot of these games come down to last game. Tottenham 5th, United 6th, West Ham 7th, Wolves 8th, Brighton 9th, Leicester 10th, Villa 11th, Palace 12th, Brentford 13th, Newcastle 14th. Everton would go up to 15th, so they'd go above Southampton with a better goal difference. Leeds would actually be out of the relegation zone, which would be crazy though, by a point if they go the way I think. Burnley would be in 18th in the relegation zone with the two already relegated sides, which is obviously Watford and Norwich. So that would be very interesting if that's the case. We'll have to find out at the end of this game week. But yeah, people, that is it. That is the end of Premier League predictions, episode 33. Sorry, I was just trying to work something out. But hopefully you've all enjoyed it. It's not been a long one at all. Big up everyone who's tuned in. Please do smash that like button if you haven't already. It'd be much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. That would also be much appreciated. And turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload or a scheduled stream. And I'll be back tomorrow with a watch along to the two teams behind me. I'll be going live probably about 10 to 2 for that game. I'll probably schedule it in a bit potentially. If not, just keep your eyes out. But that will be the time I'll be going live. And then obviously I'll be doing a Hatter show confirmed today. We'll be doing it at 6 p.m. Tomorrow. It will be the panel from the other day, maybe bar British chap. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it'll definitely be me, my dad, and Ryan on the panel for definite. So check that out if you can. That would be much appreciated. And big up everyone that's tuned in. And glad that Awace and Wolf are on good terms, by the way. Excuse me, you love to see that. And I don't want our chat to be toxic like that. Obviously, if trolls and that come in, but not with each other, you know what I mean? I don't really like that sort of thing. So get on with you all at the end of the day. That's why you're welcome on the channel, and stuff like that. But glad to see that you two are on good terms, like I said. And I'll be back again tomorrow with a watch along to West Ham versus Manchester City, like I said. So if many of you could come onto that'd be much appreciated. So until next time, guys, take care. See you tomorrow. Peace.